Hey everyone, welcome to Prob of Tech. I am AJ. So in this part of video, I'm gonna explain you all about inheritance. So inheritance is the concept of OOPS. You already know. I already made a video of what is OOPS concept and what are the fundamental basics of it to understand it. And this inheritance is the part of the OOPS concept, which is really important if you understand it, and it is very useful in every way along your programming journey. So what is inheritance? The common question. So let's know the traditional way, which is inheritance allows a new class to be based on an existing class, inheriting all of its attributes and methods. So by that line, you would have already understood. That means a pre-existing class, whatever we make. So if you want to use those attributes and those methods in a new class, we have to inherit it. So let's understand with a visualization. So like your father and your mother. So you are the product of your father and mother, and you inherit some of their properties, height of your father or color of your mother. So you inherit. So that's how in programming this concept works like. So the main benefit of inheritance is that it promotes code reuse. I said code reuse and saves time. So whatever methods will be there in the parent class, which is called superclass, which exists already, which is made already, and you want to make it use of it again in a different class. So that is the main purpose of inheritance. All right. So there are three types of inheritance. I mean, four types of inheritance. The fourth one is a mixture of all the three. All right. So there is single inheritance, multiple inheritance, multi-level inheritance, and then comes hybrid inheritance. So let us understand what is single inheritance. So let me show you a visualization. So yeah, here you can see single inheritance. So whatever there is in this box is inherited by this box. Oh, let me change the color. Yeah, yeah. So what I was saying, yeah. So this box was inherited by the yellow blocks. So the green color has been inherited. So whatever the properties and whatever the class will be there in this green box will be inherited to this. So let us understand with an example practically. So as like we have to create a class. In this example, I'll be using animals class. So animal is how to put this. So you already know. So animal is something which animal is a category. Animal is a category of living things. So in animal there are dogs, cats, etc. So we'll be using animal class, and I'll be using. We should take a name of it. So self comma name. If you don't know what is in it, what why are we using this, just prefer please watch the video I'll be putting in the description. This is a constructor, so whenever you're making a class you should create it. So when the class is called, whatever statements or block of code will be inside this function will be executed at the time when the class is called. All right, so I'll ask for a name and it will be stored in the name. So all right, and every animal has a sound, so I will just put it like this self, and the default sound will be, sorry, default sound will be something like coo, just a random one. Now the main part comes here. So this is a class. Now I am going to make a class called dog, which is an animal. So whatever the properties and whatever the methods are there in the animal, I'm going to inherit it in the dog. So I'm going to create a class called dog, which inherits animal. So what happens now is that whatever methods, whatever properties you define in the parent class you mentioned here will be inherited to this dog class. So everything is fine, and I'm going to modify the function which is called method overriding. So there is already a method called sound in the parent class, but uh, I'm I'm recreating it, which will override this. So this will not work anymore for this class. Print bark. All right. So this will not work now because it has been override by this method. All right, in this class, only for this class. This is called subclass. All right, subclass, and this is superclass. Superclass. Okay, these are two main things of inheritance. Understanding the concept of inheritance. All right, so superclass and subclass. All right, you can see that I created a sound method which overrides this one. All right, okay. So what I will do now is I'll create. Okay, I will put here. All right, so info which has self. Okay, you have to print the name of the animal. The name of the animal is whatever the user, whatever when the creation of the object, whatever the attribute will be or the parameter will be, it will be there. So I have to create an object called, for example, we use a for now, a variable a, which acts as an object for the class dog. All right, and I have to give a name, which is I told to take a name. All right, you will be wondering why I'm showing this line of code instead of this. As I already said, this is a subclass which inherits the superclass. So whatever methods and properties are there, it will be inherited by that. So I can use both of them. So dog, I'll say it is my friend's pet name is Bhairav, so dog. Alright, and I'll say pet dot in a dot info and then a dot sound. So there you go. I'm just running it. So there you go. The name of the animal is Bhairav and bark. Alright, I'm going to create another object. A is equals to. Okay, so this is a small example. You can create as many as subclasses you want. I will use a cat, which is also an animal, and I will say def, and its sound is not bark, of course. It's meow, if you have heard. So print meow. All right. So I'll create another object. B. Okay. A B is equals to cat, and I will name it Pinky. Uh, okay. B dot info, and then B dot sound. So let's see what happens. So here you can see the name of the animal is Pinky and Meow. So like that, this is the example of single inheritance. So the superclass is inherited by two subclasses. Okay, so this an dog inherits animal, cat also inherits animal. So this is called single inheritance. So let me put it like this. Uh, Single inheritance. All right, I hope you understood single inheritance, and we'll move on to multiple inheritance. All right, you can have a glance. All right, let's move on to, yeah, multiple inheritance. So second thing is multiple inheritance. As you can see visually, this block, green block, and this purple block is inherited by this orange block. So whatever the properties are there in this green and whatever the properties and methods are there in the pink will be inherited by one class, one subclass. So this is called multiple inheritance. So wasting no time, let's move on. I will put this in a, all right, rather than I'll put this in a document comment. Alright, so let's move on to multiple inheritance. Alright, so multiple inheritance, so we have to create two classes. That two classes will be inherited by one class. So I will create a class called A, which will be having a function speak A, so which will print I am A self. So another class which is B, and I will also speak B, which is self, and I'll print hey, I am B. I'm sorry, I am B. All right, and now okay, let me zoom it. All right, so now we're gonna create a class C, which will be inheriting A, comma B. All right. So the both methods, speak A method and speak B method, are now inside C without you knowing. So I'll create a speak C. Okay, speak C to tell that hey print hey C. Alright. So this is called subclass, and these both are superclass. Both are superclass because it is not inheriting any other classes. So this is superclass. Two superclasses are inherited by a subclass is called multiple inheritance. Alright, so let's take an object C, and I'm gonna say a dot speak a dot speak B, and then a dot speak C. So you can now see that I just use the class C, but it will execute the method of class A and class B. The reason is because it is a multiple inheritance which inherited two parent classes A and B. So the methods of those speak A, speak B has been inherited. So there you go. Let's execute it. Um, yeah. So there you go. I am A, which is this one. Hey I am B is the second one, and Hey I am C is the third one. So this is a simple example of multiple inheritance. You can have a glance for a moment. All right, let's move on. So the third comes multi-level inheritance. So multi-level inheritance, let's see it visually. So pardon me. It's All right. So in multi-level inheritance, we can see that there is a green box which is inherited by purple box, and purple box has been inherited by a red box. All right. Try to understand. So the green block, whatever the properties and methods are in the green block have been inherited by the purple block. And purple block has been inherited by the red block, which consists both the purple and the green properties and methods. So this is called multi-level inheritance. So let's see practically. I will just comment it out. It's just fun if you just try it on your own examples. You will get to know 100% understanding, and you will having fun doing some projects with it, with these concepts actually. So let's create a multi-level inheritance. So it's the word itself has a level, multiple levels of. So I'll say I will use the same class as A, okay, which will say we'll use the same thing. So okay, I will just Whew. Okay, so I'll remove this. All right. Okay, let me go one by one. So I created a class. Okay, class A speak, which has a method speak A, and now class B, which will be inheriting A. All right, which will be inheriting A. I will put it down. Don't bother it. Okay, yeah. So there is this class A which has a method speak A. All right, good. Now there is another class which inherits the parent class A. I'll superclass. This will be superclass. All right. So the class B inherits A, and now class C will be inheriting B. So if you put a more concentration, you can understand that okay, uh, A was inherited by B and B was inherited by C. Alright, which means C has both the methods of B and also methods of A. It is level by level. This is inherited by this and this is inherited by this. Alright, let me put some something like alright, never mind. So yeah, level 1, level 2 and level 3. You can understand like that. Okay, A was inherited by B and B is inherited by C, which makes a multi-level inheritance. So let's use it. A is equals to A is the object and I'll create a class C. And I can able to use whatever there in the class A, whatever there in the class B and whatever there in the class C, of course. Alright, and let's run it. So it's up to you what type of inheritance is suitable for your project, is suitable for your program. You can use any of them. So you can see the same results from the past multiple inheritance. So there is not big difference, but it could be varying according to your usage. All right, this is multi-level. Now comes the hybrid inheritance, which is a mixture of all type of inheritances. It could be a single inheritance or multiple inheritance. As you can see, whatever is there in this and this. Let me show you the arrow mark shape. All right. So whatever is there, it is inherited by these guys. All right. So yeah, all the properties of green, purple, orange is inherited by blue, and also black. I'm sorry, red, purple, and green is inherited by this guy. All right, this is called hybrid inheritances. It's nothing practical. If you want me to show, it's nothing like it will be okay. I'll create class X, which will be saying if speak X, which will be speaking hey, I'm X. Okay, this is single and it will be inherited by X. Okay, so this you can call multi-level and also multi-level and also multiple inheritance. All right, this is sort of hybrid inheritance. You can hybrid inheritance. It depends upon you what type of program, what type of usage you want to use. You have to use your brain, and it's important. See, everyone will be doing the project same, but the person differs. The approach of completing the solution of the problem is up to you. So you can make optimized program or you can make a complicated program. It's up to you. All right, so this is all about inheritance. This is all about inheritance. As you can see, we have to close it. We have to close it. Okay, yeah. However, yeah, so this is all about inheritance. I hope you understood all the part of it. If you have any doubts or concerns, you can comment down below and let me know. I will reply you back. And I hope you got to understand what is inheritance and why to use them and when to use them and the types of inheritances. So in the upcoming video, I'll be creating a video on polymorphism. So please check out and the playlist. There is a playlist of OOPS concepts. The part one tells all about the OOPS, and this is the second part which tells about inheritance. And like this, I'm gonna create some more playlist. I hope you will be along with me and supporting me. And if you like this video, like and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a good journey in your programming. So if you are perfect with oops concept, you will be way better than anyone in creating some more programs as a programmer. All right, thank you so much. Signing off, I'm AJ. Meet you in the next video. Thank you.